Today I want to talk about my feelings on A Game of Thrones, the book, and the TV show. So in April I read the first book in the Song of Ice and Fire series, A Game of Thrones, by George R.R. Martin, and I really liked it. So after I finished the book, I wanted to watch the TV show to see how it compared. I just recently finished the first season of the TV show. So overall, I really enjoyed my experience with the TV show. I thought that the writers did a really good job at adapting such a big book into a visual medium. They did a really good job at hitting all of the major plot points, in my opinion. Not to mention casting great actors that just really matched the characters. What I noticed with the TV show mostly is that I really got to know the characters even more than I did while reading the book, which is different when it comes to book to movie adaptations, because a lot of the times you already know the characters and you already kind of know what to expect going in. And while I did, for the most part, know the characters going into the show, I think the show added on to the whole character factor for me. And my favorite part of watching the show was seeing all of the characters and getting to know them a different way. My favorite characters in the book: Daenerys, Jon Snow, and Tyrion Lannister, and that pretty much stayed in the TV show. I thought that the writers of the TV show did a phenomenal job of making Daenerys a very strong female character, and I really liked that because in the book she is strong, but you don't really get to see it as much. Emilia Clarke does a really great job of portraying the emotion on her face of how she's feeling, and almost from the beginning she is really strong. In the beginning she is kind of weak, and they did show that in the show, but I think the show took it to the next level of her becoming stronger quicker than it was in the book, and I really liked that. I really liked Tyrion. Peter Dinklage, he is a great actor. He does a really good job, and I just really enjoyed him as Tyrion. He's great, and he's got that wit and that dry humor that I really like, and they kept so many of his quotes in from the book, and I was really happy with that. And then Jon Snow, he was great in the show. I don't know, I really like his character. I like how morally driven he is, and he just wants to do the right thing, and I just really liked how the TV show portrayed his character. So in the book, I did not like Sansa. A lot of people do not like Sansa, but I found that I liked her in the TV show a lot better than I did in the book. While she's still kind of a snooty little brat, I understand where she comes from now, and I think the actress that plays her does a really good job too, and I'm excited to see where her story goes from here, and I think she'll be a really interesting character to follow in the next books and the next seasons of the show. Alright, so since this book is so big, I connected with some characters and didn't connect with others, mainly because I couldn't keep track of them so much. And watching the show, I got to kind of see all the other characters and get to know them. Like, for instance, Jorah Mormont. I knew who he was in the book, but I didn't really connect with him because of how the point of views switch around. So in Dany's chapters, I connected with her, and Viserys, I didn't connect with him. I hate him, but you know, I knew who they were, sort of thing. And in the show, he quickly became one of my favorite characters. I just really like Jorah, and I'm excited to see where his story goes. And the same for the spider, Varys. I don't remember his last name. But in the book, I kind of knew who he was, but it was also one of those characters that I couldn't just pull out of my brain like, oh yeah, he is like this. And in the show, you kind of get to know him a little bit more, and you don't quite know if he's good or bad, but he's really interesting, and I really liked that. And overall, I just think that the book compared to the TV series is just a great matching, and it's done really well. I've heard that they're straying from the books in season 5, and people are a little angry about that. I hope it'll still remain good, but I'll just have to wait and see how I like it once I get there. There were parts that they cut out, but not so many that it was bad per se. There was one interaction that I wanted between Sansa and the Hound that they cut out, and I wish they would have kept it in because it wasn't really that big of a scene, and they still added the information that was given, but it was told by a different character. And I just really liked that interaction between Sansa and the Hound in the book, and I thought that they should have kept it in the show. So the characters that I hate in the book, I despise Viserys. I hated him. And in the TV show, I liked how they did them in the TV show. In the book, he seems really terrifying, but also has little moments of his childish, just stupidity. In the show, they made him really cowardly, but with spats of, like, you don't want to wake the dragon, do you, kind of things. And I liked that they kind of turned it around a little bit and made him more of just a childish man, so I really hate him. In the show, I really hated Joffrey. Everyone hates Joffrey. I don't think that needs much explanation. He is terrible in the books and he's terrible in the show. And then I also really dislike Catelyn's sister, Lysa. Yeah, Lysa. I don't like her. And then her son. In the show, he's Robin, but I think he's Robert in the book. Yeah, that little boy. Oh, I don't like him. He's a sniveling little brat. There's a lot of sniveling little brats in this series. I've been noticing that. Overall, I'm really excited to continue on going through the series, watching the episodes along with reading the books. I do think the HBO does not need so many unnecessary sex scenes. Really, it's not that necessary. There was one scene with Littlefinger that it was just so bad. It's really not that necessary, you guys. It's not necessary. Really. But I've heard that it gets better. It's less pornographic as you go on. But I still really enjoyed the show and can look past those scenes that I'm really not crazy about seeing. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I think that they did a great job, like I've said, and I'm excited to continue on, which I will be doing next month. Megan Precourt and I are going to be reading Clash of Kings, is that the right one? And I'm really excited for that. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say. I don't think there's anything else that I wanted to add. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Right, tell me in the comments down below, without any spoilers, what you think of the adaptation to the TV show. If you think it's good, if you think they needed to add something in or whatever. Yeah, let me know down in the comments. I didn't write any notes down, so. Oh. Whoa. My lip's twitching.